Let's dive into today's lesson, but first don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Alright, so today we are going to talk about, we are going to solve some simple questions on parabola. So it's on parabola. Alright, so the first question says, find the coordinates of the focus and the equation of the directrix of the parabola y squared equals to 2x. So we are starting with the first one, the solution. We have the directrix being equal to what? Y squared equals to 2x. We have to find the coordinate of the focus and the equation of the directrix of the parabola. Now, this one, the standard form of the parabola, this you can compare it to the y squared equals to 4ax. So we said that, so this one means that the directrix is parallel to the y axis. So that's where we have something like this. Now in this case, by comparing with this, realize that our 4a will be equal to what? 2. Then to get this, so multiply by the multiplicative or inverse of this 4. So I'm going to get 4a times 1 on what? 4, being equal to 2 times 1 on 4. Then this is gone. Then we have a being equal to what? 1 on 2. Our a is 1 on 2. Now, we have to find the coordinate of the focus. So if it is in this form, what will be the focus? It is a0. So it means that our focus will be what? 1 on 2 and 0. That is the coordinate of our focus. Now, the equation of the directrix. If it is given in this form, let's try to sketch that one and see. We have on the line here, let's say this is our directrix. Now, this is the vertex. Then we have our focus here, A0. Then a point X, Y, so P. Then from this point to this point, this is M, the AX. Now the equation of the directrix is given by x plus a being equal to what? 0. So in this case, or the same as x equal to what? Negative a. So from here, our directrix or the equation of the directrix is the same as so the directrix, let me write it here. We have x plus 1 on 2, which is the a, equal to 0. Then our x will be equal to a negative 1 on 2. And that one becomes the equation of the directrix. That is that. Now our next question says that find the standard equation of the parabola with vertex at the origin and focus 3, 0. 3, 0. Find the standard equation of the parabola with vertex at the origin and focus 3, 0. So with this type of question, so we have the question 2. Then the focus given was what? 3, 0. Now if it is in this form, what it means is that the focus here is going to tell us where is it going to open to? Now, looking at this equation here, see that looking at the coordinate, the first one becomes our A, and this is what? The 0. All right. So the equation, this here is in the form y squared equal to what? 4ax. So the coordinate here. So it means that our A is what? 3, comparing to this. Then we have 4 multiplying 3x. Then we have 12x. So our y squared equals what? 12x. So this becomes the equation of what? The standard equation of that particular parabola with the focus 3, 0. What happens if this were to be, let's say, -3? It will tell us that this is going to open to the left. And in this case, the only difference here is that this is going to be what? Negative, because the A is going to be negative, so it will affect the whole thing here. All right, let's look at the question 3. Question 3. Okay. Question 3 here. Let's read the question. Find the length of the latus rectum, or let's also call it the focal width. The latus, we say that focal length, which is parallel to the directrix, is called what? The focal width, or the latus rectum. And we have to find the length of the latus rectum and the directrix of the parabola y squared equals 10x. All right, so we need to find the latus rectum. That's one. Then also directrix. That's 2. So the equation is of the form y squared equal to what? 10x. Now comparing this one to y squared equal to 4ax, realize that our 4a will be equal to what? 10. So we multiply this by 1 on 4, 1 on 4, and our a will be equal to what? We have 10 on 4, so 5 on 2. Okay, so the next thing, now we have our A. Remember we said that the latus, or the length of the latus rectum, or the length of the focal width, so latus rectum is equal to 4a. So it means that we have 4 multiplying 5 on 2, and this is going to give us what? 10 units. And that is the length of what? The latus rectum. Now the directrix in this form, the directrix of the directrix is given by, so the directrix given by x plus a equal to what? 0. Then our a is 5 on 2. Then we have x plus 5 on 2 equal to 0. And our x will be equal to a -5 on 2. And that is that for the 3 questions. So it's quite simple. When it's given in that form, try to compare it to the form, the general form of that equation. All these are for when the vertex at what? The center, or when the vertex is at the origin. So we have coordinate 0, 0. Okay, so in our next video, we're going to talk about translations of parabola. Okay, thank you for watching.